Hello again, football fanatics, and welcome back to OG Fantasy Football, recapping an atrocious Week 6 in the NFL, looking forward to hopefully a much better Week 7. But most importantly, my buddy and podcast partner is back, and he killed a moose. Johnny, welcome back.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be back.
Tell the people about it. Oh, the moose is in the freezer. The Jello's jiggling and the moose is freezing. Now, how big a moose? How big a moose are we talking about, Johnny? I saw the pictures, but to paint a little picture for the viewers.
So they measure moose antlers by the spread, or the amount of space between the outer edges. 42-inch spread, which is kind of an okay sized moose, but very, very large. Our guide estimated that it was about 1,100 pounds.
Nice.
Had hooves just really big. It was
now,
amazing.
Do you keep the hooves? I saw you lugging the head around on your backpack.
Did not keep the hooves.
You don't keep the hooves. It could be maybe a nice ashtray. You should have thought of that.
Yeah, I could. Or a lampstand.
So you were out there how many days total?
The hunt is 6 days, and we got there on Sunday, which is the day before it starts, and we hunted hard for 5 days, and we were successful on the morning of day 5 on Friday.
Man,
so
5 days of nothing, and then all worth it.
Living in the tent, sleeping on a cot, wood stove with my dad. It was amazing.
That is fantastic. Well, we're glad you're back safely. We're glad you bagged a moose, and I don't know how those keep when you send them in the mail, but I'm expecting a little chunk in the UPS.
Yeah.
Now, how are you gonna make this? How are you gonna make this? Is you like cut steaks together? Who does that? Where's the moose? Where is the meat now?
The meat's already back in the freezer for my half. It went to a processor close by, and I dropped it off on Sunday, and they already got it back to me. So the backstrap, or the tenderloin, is like this big. On a deer, it's like this big.
Backstrap for days.
So that was cut up into chops and steaks, and then there were some steaks, a whole bunch of sausage, a whole bunch of ground meat or hamburger, and I had some heart 2 nights ago, and I froze 3 more packages of heart, because the heart like as big as my head.
Oh man, my heart's as big as your head, John. Just knowing that you got that moose, that's just a fantastic. What a wonderful father and son bonding experience.
And I hope we haven't offended any of our 3 viewers with the discussion.
Who cares? Get over it. Get over it. We kill stuff and eat it where we're from.
Susie, you want some moose burger?
Who doesn't like a little moose? But what do you do with the knuckle, the moose knuckle? Never mind. This is a family show. No, it's not. That's why it's listed as explicit. Speaking of explicit, what the fuck is going on with our beloved Buffalo Bills? We'll take the W, but good Lord, 0 points at halftime? You got to be kidding me. The trade deadline is October 31st, Johnny. I say bring in whoever the hell we need to. We need help on defense, but we need to be able to score a few more points. If we're having troubles with the New York Football Giants, I'm a little worried. Did you see anything? Did you see any highlights? I know were you back for the game, or you were still hunting?
I was back, but I only listened to it, and I poked around for the highlights on the Bills website last night. I couldn't find them, so I got to look again.
There weren't very many, except for that one pass Josh made. Good Lord, that's why they pay him the big bucks. That pass was sick. Absolutely
I heard that
sick.
Leonard Fournette was in town.
I saw that today too. I was wondering where he was going to be. I thought maybe we'd sign him before the season started. Bring in Leonard. Look, Derrick Henry. That would work out nicely for me, since I have Derrick Henry and Taji, if that is your real name, Spears. And I got up at 6:20 on the correct coast to watch that game. There's 2 weeks in a row I've had to get up like that. I don't enjoy it, but it's a good thing that I did, because I got to see Derrick Henry score a 9-pointer in live time. And guess what? That was the last time I saw any points after Patrick Mahomes. Let me tell you something right now. I hold a grudge. John, tell him I hold a grudge.
Oh,
I'm going to still start you because I don't have any better options. But as soon as Kyler Murray's back, you're dead to me. You're dead to me, Patrick Mahomes. You ask Nick Chubb, dead. You ask Alvin Kamara, dead.
Niedermeyer, dead.
We're in a big fight, and I'm sick. Can I watch television? Can I watch a football game without seeing your ugly mug and Travis Kelce in every goddamn commercial? Who is Travis Kelce's commercial agent? Because that guy's booking everything. 2 words, overexposed. It's going to be a mighty fall for you, Kelce. Oh, my God. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
The harder they fall.
Oh, Taylor's going to wipe the floor with you and leave you. It's going to be a pile of bones when she's done with you. Just a pile of bones. Good for you. Good for you. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. Johnny, this week, it's almost nostalgic. Is it 1993? Terrible point totals. An unbelievably low-scoring fantasy week for our real league that does touchdowns only. I don't know. Did you get a lot of PPR points? Did you get points? No, that's not what matters in this league. Let's take a look at these scores. Johnny, there was a tie for first place, which is a rarity. Enjoy that $25 a piece. The Omaha Steaks, my brother Tom Dunkelman, and some young guy, he's back. Oh, they edged out my dear friend, the mighty Moose Slayer, the shit suckers, by 2 points. 64 points for Omaha Steaks and some young guy, 62 for Johnny. That's basically what you need to average to win the league. Very, very low for the $50. And then everybody else, Johnny, that's 9 other players, 50 or lower. Yours truly. This is just getting to the point where, you know what? I'm an evolved man, John. I'm an evolved man. I think it was that Kansas City playoff game when we blew it in 13 seconds. I said, you don't get any more of my pain. There's enough pain in the world. The Buffalo Bills in fantasy football, I'll take your joy only. You can check your pain and your anger at the door. I don't give a shit anymore. Johnny, I'm too happy to be miserable. That's going to be the name of my next comedy special that I'm never going to do. I stayed out of the weekly basement. You know what? We should start getting serious. We should have whoever comes in last every week owes $50.
From the penthouse to the outhouse.
Oh my God. Stanley Allman in the outhouse. Get in there where you belong. Hold on a second. I was driving a lot today. He texted me. I forgot to get back to him. Hey, Dunk, how do I keep Jets defense while they're on a bye? Do I move them to injured? I'm going to fucking pretend I didn't read that. Can you move the defense into your IR? Stanley Allman, what is wrong with you? And just pick up someone for a week? Same thing. No, you suck it up and you bite the bullet and you clear some space.
He never met a rule he couldn't try to break.
I get more texts from Stanley than I have full-time girlfriends over the years. I love it.
Before I forget, I think you just gave me an idea for a new team name.
Love it.
I might retire the shit suckers after many years.
And I might retire this Hey Son Bitches. Let's go. What do we got?
You just said it. Moose Slayer.
The Moose Slayer. Oh, Moose. I love it. Let me kick that around, Johnny. I'm very, very good at coming up with names. Not so good at fantasy football, but I'll come up with a name. Maybe there's a market. Maybe I could be the guy that picks your name. Let's think about it. Got to be another way for me to make money. Oh, my God. Well, let's just take a little bit of a look.
And you just need to get rid of it. You need to cut Taysom Hill. Just
cut him.
Take a little peekaloo.
Who's better? Who's better on my? You know what? Let's go right to mine.
The reason I say cut him is because that way there's no temptation.
I know.
Temptation to start him for the one time he gets 60 points, which happened one time a year ago.
And I'll never let it go. I'll never let it go because I just know Derek Carr and Winston, they're both going to get hurt and he's going to slide in there. He had 7 catches, Johnny. He was like a real tight end. I'm like, that's not why I'm starting you. Stop playing tight end. I want you running. I want you throwing. Let's see if I can pull this up. We got a little internet issues going on in California. Who knows what's going on? Johnny, can you pull up something? I'm looking for scores. Won't take long. Let's go straight to mine because it won't take long to tally up mine. As we know, the aforementioned dirt to me, Patrick Mahomes. 6 points. 6 points. After I admonished you. Nationally, in front of you know what? An international audience. I pulled no punches last week, Johnny. I know you haven't seen the podcast yet. It was by far our best one, and not just because you weren't involved. Mahomes, 6 points. I just get a text from John. Lots of freezing. Yeah, that's how cold it is. That's how cold it is in my fantasy world. Even my computer's freezing. It's from the lack of points. We'll see how this episode turns out. We don't care. We got a belly full of moose. What do you have? Josh Jacobs, boy, he keeps getting ranked in the top 5 for the week, but in our league, that gets you squat. Now, Derrick Henry, as I said, 9-pointer, and thank God I got up early because I got that one little blast of serotonin. Thank you, King. But you know what? He ripped off about a 50-yard run, got down inside the 10. What am I going to do? What am I going to scream at 7 a.m? No. Tajay Spears took like a 48-yard screen pass, caught inside the 5. That's a 24-pointer. Poof. I saw it. I was tallying the points, and then poof, gone before they actually appeared. Same with Derrick Henry last week. Threw an 18-point touchdown pass. Just couldn't get that foot down. And then let's see what else we got. Oh, well, we've got Mike Evans. He's back. We're happy. 10 targets, 0. I did watch a live play of that game where Baker Mayfield pump fakes once, throws, ball batted down, just in time to see Mike Evans just sprinting free, busted coverage. I'd have never known that happened. 12 points. I have seen potential points just down the drain. What an abysmal season for me, Johnny. I don't know what to do. You had 17 points. No, 15 points. 15 points going into the Monday night game. I barely watched. Oh, but my dear, sweet, sweet kicker. And Aubrey was her name. Aubrey comes through.
Aubrey. I didn't realize his backstory.
Aubrey
Did you know he didn't kick in college?
He was a soccer player.
Yeah.
It only seems appropriate that I'm assistant coaching my son's soccer team, the Red Thunder. Humiliating 3rd loss in a row. You know what?
Oh.
I don't even care anymore. I might not even show up to practice. Jackson's not going to be there. He's got Cub Scout camping, and I'm not going this. I'm not going this time. Not doing it. You handle it. You handle it yourself, Mom. His mother can find a man to help you put the tent up. I think I've leaned in and taken enough for the team here. I don't need to be going camping with my ex-wife anymore. My son is 10. That's when I grew up. Time for you to understand, boy. Life is a series of hard knocks. 23 points.
That's a hard knock life.
Or the taste on bitches. Good. He's going to crush that lead. Oh, my God. He's so good, Johnny. December 8th. Can't wait. Can't wait to see my boy own that stage of Matilda. 23 points. Good Lord. Let's take a look. Why don't you take us through your week, Johnny? A respectable, very respectable 62 points going into Monday night with the lead. You were already counting that $50. You're thinking, I killed a moose. I got meat in the freezer. I got another $50 coming, but oh no.
I was not counting the points because I knew that Tom had Josh Allen waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that it took the second touchdown in the waning moments of the game for him to beat me by 2 points. But I think my quarterback production may have peaked already. We've dropped down considerably. Cousins had 9. But Raheem Mostert, 24 points. He now has 93 for the year. You hope that you pick a back that gets you 100 points for the year. Raheem's going to have 100 points in 7 weeks when he scores next week.
Mostert.
Swift with 12. and Williams with 6. So my back gave me a whopping 42 points. And then Cooper Kupp, my first round pick,
Welcome
scored in
back,
week
Cooper.
6. He scored in week 6.
All but
And
two of
Jake
your
Elliott.
positions. All but two of your positions, basically. You got numbers on every slot except for Gabe Davis and, of course, your defense, which is a fluke anyway. And then, as you were saying, Jumbo Elliott, down to earth.
Yes. 2 points. 2 points for Jumbo. And I only left nothing on the bench. Russell and Cousins were a wash, 9 each. So left nothing on the bench. I was happy about that. And overall, considering that I spent an entire week in the woods with no cell service and didn't really even have time to do anything except quickly adjust my starters and make sure they were all good on Sunday morning.
Maybe
pretty
that's
good
what
about
this
things.
is a list. This is a lesson for me. How many times do I check the website? How many times do I look at my lineup per day? Oh, I can't count that high. It's dozens and dozens of times per day where I'm looking at this. Maybe I should just go to Joshua Tree and wander around in the desert for a week and see if I come home and open the site to see more than 23 points. This is disgusting. What's my highest point total this year? 53. You know what, John? This is all about you. It's all about you showed up and slapped on a smile and pretended like you were happy every goddamn podcast in our maiden voyage, our first season ever. And you were down near that basement or in it the whole season while you watched me just high-fiving. I was roasting a pig every week. I was so happy. But now I throw my support completely behind you, John.
Yeah.
Let's get you another championship.
The roles have reversed.
Oh, gross. It's not over. It's not over till I'm down 300 by Thanksgiving. That's when it's over. That's when we'll call it. You know, it's not really helping you to have Justin Jefferson hit the IR, and that's sad for a lot of people in regular. That was the consensus #1 pick in most of your regular fantasy drafts. He is my keeper in my only other league. By the way, I have the second highest point total in my other league, the head-to-head. What place am I in, John?
Last.
No, seventh. There's only 8 playoff spots. Second highest total. Stupid. Head-to-head is dumb. If you're doing it, you're dumb.
Doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. It's just points or lack thereof. John, I got a new little friend who lives in my apartment building. She's very into the points. She's like, where do all the points go? And I said, they go straight into my heart. She got a real kick out of that. Let's take a look at some young guy storming back after that horrible week last week. Hey, you know what? Richardson, gone. It's a real shame. It's not too much of a shame when you got Tua Tagovailoa. 24 points, Johnny. Did you see Carolina was winning 14-0? Oh, my God. That put a little spring in my step, and then that spring went right away because Miami what'd they score? Almost 42 unanswered. They got another garbage touchdown. But Tua, 3 touchdown passes, 1 bomb. Tyreek Hill scores a 12-pointer every week. That's kind of the schedule he's on. McCaffrey with an 18-pointer. I watched that live. Very nice. And how about the Cleveland Browns and the Jets? Raging up those power rankings. We love to see that. God, it would have been the Jets, the Browns, and the Giants almost. Are you kidding me? I got to watch Tyrod Taylor with the last play of the game. That's what this simulation has come to.
Hey, be easy on Tyrod.
I love Tyrod.
Take us to the playoffs.
He ended the 18-year-old drought. We love Tyrod. Look at this. Here's another one. There's nary a 0 in this list. We got Tua with 24. Dameon Pierce, he's had a terrible season. We got Keenan Allen scores again. He scores every week for a 6. Zay Flowers sent to a girl with sentimental ways. That's the Smithereens. 9-pointer. A.J. Brown does not find the end zone. There's 0. Al McPherson kicks in a lovely 7. And he leaves Jameson.
Yeah.
His parents were alcoholics. Nope, they're just black. 12 points. Welcome back to the NFL, Jameson. Was he gambling? Was he the one gambling on on games? I don't know. Maybe it was just an injury. Maybe I'm mixing them up. That was Ridley, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I just very, very fortunate that he picked up 2 quarterbacks in the draft.
Well, he took a risk with Richardson because that was an unknown commodity, and he did a smart thing by backing him up with somebody who had a great year last year, ready to take the next leap. And boy, that Miami offense is just continues chugging. Johnny, I got in my other league, I got Jefferson and A-Chain. That's not good. That's not good at all. But you know what I did? I traded. I had Hawkinson and Laporta. Why didn't the Bills draft Laporta? He seems like a pretty good player. I don't think Dalton did not even play. But I traded Montgomery and Laporta for Cooper Kupp. You and I both have shares of Cooper Kupp, and he had a wonderful week in standard fantasy. So, and then Montgomery got hurt, so we like to see that. By the way, McCafferty's got a little bit of an oblique. We'll see if he misses the game. It's looking like he's going to be inactive for this next game. But some young guys back.
A lot of injuries.
Oh my God, running backs. What just a horrific year for running backs in the injuries. So he splits the $50 week total with my brother, the Omaha Steaks, the aforementioned beloved Josh Allen. A down week for him, or as Patrick Mahomes calls it, killing it with 15. See what a real man does? Josh Allen doesn't put some ketchup on his steak. He orders it medium rare at the most. Rare. He says, slap it, put it on the grill, and put it on my plate. I'll eat it like a man. I don't need ketchup.
Josh, you want a moose steak?
Josh Allen, how about some moose? Johnny's got a freezer full. This is our way in. This is our way into his heart. Jerick McKinnon, he's boomer bust. Look at Brian Robinson Jr. Shot in the ass just 2 years ago. And now he's lighting it up, Johnny. An 18-pointer. Let's go through his. Look at his weeks. He gets 12, 17, 0, 9, 0, 18. That's Priest
pretty
Holmes.
Good.
It's Priest Holmes' number. Right up there. Devontae Adams, not having the season he had last year. He has 0, but don't worry. My brother says, I don't care if Devontae. Who's the other guy? Jacoby? Is there a guy named Jacoby? I'll take him. Jacoby Myers with another touchdown, 9 points. And then, of course, we all remember the despicable display we all watched Thursday night where Harrison Butker outscored my quarterback by what? I'm not good at math. I dropped out of college. 4 times? 3 and change? You disgust me, Patrick Mahomes. You disgust me. 22 points from Harry Butker. Hey, pour a little bit out for Dick Butkus, by the way. The toughest man with the gayest name I've ever heard. What a player he was and a fine actor. Thanks for the memories, Dick. Thanks for the Dick memories. That's the second or third 60-yard field goal, and we changed the rules in our league. A 50-yarder used to be 10. And then we thought, why is a 50-yard field goal worth 2 points less than a 90-yard touchdown bomb? That's dumb. So we switched it to 5 and said, hey, let's make it fun. Nobody kicks a 60-yarder. I think there's been 3 of them this year. So he gets 10 for that. Good for you. And then he's got just a bunch of donuts on the bench. And
Which
then
is what you want.
Yes, it is. And then there's not even anybody where let's go through Stanley's just because it's fun. I say from now on, because we lost a lot of dough. I can't again. I got 650 on the math. It's nothing to sneeze at. But I haven't retained anything. How much is $50 times 18 weeks? That's a chunk of change. I say let's put that back in there. Let's make it a little bit juicier. Let's make it a little bit more for the second place winners. And I say whoever comes in last every week has to pay who comes in first every week that $50. Oh, that's a good idea.
Wow.
Let's bring that up at the next meeting. Isn't it? Let's bring it up at the next meeting. We don't have any meetings.
At the next meeting.
Good Lord. What a terrible week. Right, terrible week for Stanley Ullman.
He had 101 points last week, Brian.
That's how fast.
101.
That's how fast the fortunes change. I'm just I got to believe the law of averages. The law of averages states that if I keep having shitty points, then we need a new law. 0, 0, all the way down through his reserves. Jeez, what a terror. This is really what it used to be like. If you got 50 points, you're like, yeah, man, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. Back in the Clinton, back in the Bush senior years. Oh boy. Johnny, why don't we take a look at the player stats through
why don't we?
Through 6 weeks of this fantastic NFL season that has not been so fantastic for me, but it's all going to turn around. I know it's going to turn around. Quarterbacks. Well, let's see. Who do we have? Oh, is it? Can you say domination? Our dear, sweet golden boy, Josh Allen. 156 points. He is 36 points above the second place quarterback right now. That's Jalen Hurts with the old Bush, the tush push. Is that what they call it? You know what? I've seen a lot of people try that play. They're not making it. I don't know what the Eagles are doing. They make it look easy. You can't outlaw something that nobody else can do just because they're good at it. God, I love Jalen Hurts. I miss him so much. A real quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. God, every time. I hate your name, your hair. Patrick Mahomes. Hey, welcome to the Map Show.
There he is.
Fuck you, Mahomes. Of course, we all predicted it. Jared Goff, top 3 quarterback. Fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
God, he's one of the guys. Coleman is the one of the guys that could try to unload, and I will sell low. I will sell so low. So low. 117 to Jared Goff's 3 points behind Jalen Hurts. Nothing makes sense. Tua Tagovailoa. He's only 3 behind Goff with a 114, followed by Kirk Cousins dropping, but he's still top 5. 111. Justin Herbert. Purdy with 102. What's going on? It finally looks like the Justin Fields is back. He's got the cookies. The cookies are baking. And now I think he's hurt. Looks like he's doubtful for the week. And how the hell is Russell? Hey, how far are we down? I'm on the first page and I don't see Patrick Mahomes. How many down? I'm going to count. I'm going to take a second and count.
He's below my backup.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. You are the 15th.
He's right below CJ. He's right below CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud has more points than you, Patrick Mahomes.
And Sam Howell.
Disgust me.
Sam Howell the third.
Sam Howell. I'll tell you right now. I looked at the free agents. I looked at Howell thinking, how the hell can I fucking bench Patrick Mahomes and start this guy? Oh, is his first name Sam? I don't know. Ritter. You have one more point than Derek Ritter.
Desmond Ritter.
What's his name?
Desmond.
You haven't done enough to make me remember your name. God, it's just a steaming pile. A steaming pile. And I can't believe my beloved Buffalo Bills have to go in there again. I'm writing a nasty letter to the NFL. Why do you make us go to Kansas City all the time? It's time for them to come to Buffalo, and I'd like them to come at the end of December.
When Patrick's not on your roster.
Who is?
When Patrick's not on your roster.
I will drop you. Kyler Murray. What a story that'll be when Kyler Murray comes back.
What do you want for Russell Wilson?
What do I want? I want a new existence is what I want if that's what it's come to. I want
a new drug.
One that doesn't make me sick like you do. Mahomes. Most it 93 points. And we're not kidding. That's a shit ton of points for this.
He's on pace for level like 200 and something.
It's the number it's inconceivable. McCafferty, 84. Will I have a running back that has 84 for the year? That's the question.
No.
Hey, Derrick
Probably
Henry,
not.
though. Look. He's got 36 points. He's way down there, too. We got A-Chain, the two Finns, 93 and 75. That is just crazy.
It is.
To have Tyreek Hill and Waddle and those
A-Chain's
two running backs.
speed kills.
The aforementioned butt shot, Brian Robinson, 56 points. He's the fourth highest running back total. Zach Moss, me oh my, what a guy. 53 points for Zach Moss. Tyron Williams, he's injured. Johnny, you are a running back. You might be able to suit up for the Rams.
I know. Hey, I'm available. I just spent a week walking around in the woods. I'm in pretty good shape.
Though the lower body, the hammies are strong right now after trekking around the bush, bush of Maine, the Maine bush. Montgomery's got 42 points. The McLaughlin group, 42 points. Hey, ETN, not a bad season so far. He ravaged our Bills last week, 41 points. Ford. You got
Ford
backups.
is doing well, and as a backup,
you got backups that have more than my guy Derrick Henry. That's okay. You're coming back. You're going to get traded to Buffalo, and then you're not going to have any points because we don't have running backs that score points. Kenneth Walker.
Hey, just remember the hype, the Bijan Robinson hype.
Mm-hmm.
There he is with 30 points.
30 points.
Stanley's deadheads.
Not that great. There's your Swifty. Swifty with 24. Pachenko, Madison, McKinnon, Swift, all tied with 24 points. Saquon Barkley, 18. Hearing some trade rumors. The NFL trade deadline is Halloween. A lot of speculation. Got a good relationship with the Giants. It almost soured Sunday night. Good Lord, I would not have been happy if we would have lost to the New York Football Giants, to Tyrod Taylor. But a little bit of rumor circulating that Barkley would look good in the red, white, and blue. Different little shade. He's already in red, white, and blue. The real red, white, and blue. The New York team, not the jersey. Although we do like jersey. Tony Pollard all the way down. I'm very surprised he only has 14 points on the year. Is that a misprint?
No,
that's not good.
Not getting in the end zone.
Interesting. And our dear sweet friend Coleman Roach has Pollard and Madison. I thought Madison, boomer bust kind of guys. They had fantastic years last year. Not really happening so far. Now you saw the running back production, 93-84. Alexander Madison. By the way, I saw a flyer. I was at Dave's, laid down, only sang 4 songs. A little too many people there. I like it dead. We need another hurricane. Hurricane night, I sang 7 songs, and everybody was happy. There's as long as you are wearing a costume, Halloween night at Dave's, $200 first prize, $100 for second. Bold prediction. I think King George and myself are going to walk out at Dave's $200 richer on Halloween night. I've been workshopping it. I am auditioning. I'm going to record it and send it in. I'm sending it in. I'm going to be on Broadway. Go ahead and laugh. That's what they laughed. Hey, Dunkleman, you're a small town boy. You grew up in a town of one street light. You think you have the talent to go out there and make it big and then lose everything? Show us. Well, I showed you, didn't I? Because I did it. Off Broadway. Maybe you're touring. People would say, hey, I think it's not crazy. My son, my dear sweet son, who has the role of Trunchbull, I don't know what it's called. And when I said I think I'm going to audition for Hamilton, his response was, you'll never get it, Dad. That's the kind of motivation that I like. That's the kind of motivation that I thrive on. When I dropped out of St. Bonaventure, I changed my major. I changed my major from finance to communications because I knew I was going to be in showbiz. And my finance professor, he found out. He pulled me aside. He's like, look, I know you're doing stand-up, and maybe you will go on to be the next Jay Leno, because that was his benchmark for amazing, successful comedians. He's like, but the odds are
not a bad one.
The odds are you're not. You should have something to fall back on. I said, thank you, sir. I quit. Boy, I was a dumbass. I could have worked in a bank, John, but would I been doing this right now? No. There are no mistakes in this life.
No.
So look at that. Let's go to the wide receivers now for the point totals. We showed you a big difference. Tyreek Hill screaming back up to the top, 57 points. Keenan Allen with 51. DJ Moore on the strength of really one game, 45. Our beloved Stephon Diggs with 45. And then you got Madison and Addison. He's got 36 points as a rookie. Look at you, shit suckers. Gabe Davis. Wow, Lumpy has two of the top 4 wide receivers, and he isn't even close. He's not even sniffing. Not even sniffing third place right now. Cortland Sutton has 33. Where do I have any?
No.
Oh, there we go. Mike Evans, 24. A little bit of a hammy, followed by Artie Ramadan St. Brown with 24. Ugh. We got a lot of buys coming up, Johnny.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the tight end position just because nobody cares. Laporta with 27, tied with Kittle. Kittle, by the way, had all of those in one game, I do believe. Cole Kmet, everybody. What are you talking about? Travis Kelce, 18 points. See, you're jet setting. You're shooting all these commercials. You're holding hands with the biggest pop star in the world, but you only have 18 points. Get your shit together, Kelce. Where's your priority, son? That Illuminati's got its claws in you now. You're done. It's going to be a horrible, horrible end for you, my friend, and all of you Kansas City Chiefs. Take a look at the kickers. I'm going for a new defense. Johnny, I think I have 7 transactions. I have 7 waiver claims in right now. And you know what? I told you this a few years ago, and I think your brain exploded a little bit when I told you our league, it's not a fab. We don't do fab. We do who is in last place. We help the little guy get back up there. When I told you, Johnny, our league, as well as the NFL, is socialism. And you went, oh, my God. You're right, Dunkleman. I can't believe you dropped out of college. You're the smartest guy I know. Jumbo Elliott, 77 points. Bill Maher.
With only two last week, he's still holding on to the number 1 spot.
Only 2. Bill Maher, nobody's had him all year. We talked him up. All last year. He's only 5 behind Harry Butker. And then dear sweet Aubrey. Thanks for coming through for me, Aubrey. I'm gonna pick up a new defense because I'll tell you what, I'm not starting the Patriots against my beloved Bills. You know what? That ought to get us right. We have kicked the living crap out of them for a few years in a row, haven't we?
Yes.
After they absolutely just made. I mean, we were their bitch.
Yeah.
For 2 decades.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a all I know is I'm not getting up at 6:20. I've had enough of this shit. I got up at 6:20 for a Bills loss and 9 points total. Sleep is precious in these parts, Johnny. Although you guys must love it getting up at 9 and having football. That's called Sunday. It's called Sunday, where all the cool kids live. The cool kids are not too cool. It's 91 degrees today. I'm sick of this shit. I want brisk. I want leaves changing. I want them falling. I want the imminent feel of death that always came in October and November, not 95. This is bullshit.
Come to Maine. Come to Maine.
I might come to Maine. I might retire in Maine. Hey, I could go to Maine and never leave the house. Just like I do here. Johnny, I don't know what to talk about next. I feel like we've really run the gamut. You killed the moose.
We've covered it. Moose.
A couple of real goddamn men right there. We're gonna put a clip up on the I don't know, probably not the website. I haven't touched it, but it exists. It's a thing. Let's talk about 78-year-old Spry. Mayor. He's the mayor. He kills moose. What can't the guy do? He makes knives. Killing it with the knives. Can we give him a plug? Go to Facebook, buy a knife from the mayor.
Top flight. He does not have a fantasy team.
Whenever there's a slot open, John Ainsworth, Burrell, Moose Slayer, the second you're in the league. Johnny, final thoughts as we get this despicable taste of week 6 out of our mouths. You not so much. 62. I dream of 62.
Yeah, but it was a weird week, and I'm just glad to be back into the routine here, settling in. I don't know, top 3, it's so tight. I got to make a move tonight, pick somebody up, see what happens. But it's a long season. There's a long way to go. And honestly, there are at least 5, 6 guys in the league that could still win. You're not one of them.
Hey, wait a second.
Okay.
Look, that is not that. I reject that. I reject that notion. I never give up. I'm still here, aren't I?
Yes.
I'm shooting 2 more national commercials in 2 weeks with my boy Sam Ryder. I'm going to be back on television. This was a lost year. This was a lost year for the entertainment industry, Johnny, and barely a lost year for my fantasy team, as I am currently in 9th position, 174 points back. You know what? Now, all we do, the goal for me, chip away to get down 100 or less by Thanksgiving. And if you are within 100, what do I always say, Johnny? If you are within 100 points of the lead on Thanksgiving Day, you are in it. I am in it to win it. But we got a 3-man race just like we had last year, a 3-man race. And I am very happy for you, Johnny. I will champion you, and I will live vicariously through you, just like you lived vicariously through me on our first season last year. There's only 16 points separating the top 3 in this league. This is why it's fun. There's no wins. There's no losses. There's just you're either the best at the end or you suck. Good luck, everybody, in the coming week. Have a good time. That's why we do this. Go kill an animal. It makes you feel like a man. For John, Ainsworth, Moose, Slayer, Burrell III, I'm Brian Dunkleman saying thanks again. We'll see you next time on OG Fantasy Football. Go Bills.
Go Bills.